be on the Brewers season, but what is emerging is a dynasty, and the Dodgers in this blue are dynamic. He's had to listen to me talk about his team the entire time. I'm excited to hear from him. Adam Lufko, Pedro Martinez, Jimmy Rollins, Curtis Granderson, and Mookie is in the building.
Thanks for having me, guys.
To come off the field, to be with these beautiful gentlemen, and to be up 3-0, how you feeling?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing. This is the guy I watched growing up.
J-Roll.
Yeah, J-Roll. Petey, I got to spend a whole lot of time with him in Boston. That was home. And then Kurt, I got to play with him.
Amazing.
So I feel like I'm old or something, man.
You the new unk up here. That's all it is. Got all that experience.
Exactly.
Moving on up. So, Mook, before we get going, there's been a battle, an ongoing conversation, rather, between Curtis and I about the best athlete on the field.
Now.
Now, you're a guy that has done both. Is it the guys that play in the dirt or the guys that play in the pasture?
The best athletes?
The best athletes. Answer it right now. Come on now.
Athletes, I would say, are guys in the dirt. The guys in the dirt are
There it is. It's settled. It's settled. If Mookie says it, it's settled.
He said because he's back in the dirt right now. You know you want to be out there in that grass. Look how good this grass is out there.
It was fun while it lasted, man. I enjoy being in the dirt now.
What you guys, you set the tone right away off the top. Shohei, leadoff triple, you knocked him home. What did it mean to see Shohei get that hit? Because we were breaking down his batting practice the other day. What kind of a tone did that set for today?
It's huge. I was talking to my wife a little bit, and it's kind of like the Bulls playing without Michael Jordan sometimes, and so we get him going, and then we're really going to be hard to beat, So just to get him, you see what happens immediately as soon as he gets a hit. Good things happen, and so but he's going to be there. He's going to be there when the time is right. So we all trust and believe in Shohei.
Mookie, how I don't know, comfortable you guys feel knowing that each one of those starters can go out there and give you a legit opportunity to actually come back, or if you're behind, and go on and win it if you guys happen to go ahead?
Yeah, I can't think of all the teams I've been on, but like starters like this, I mean, it's kind of unbelievable. I mean, literally every game, the starter can go seven shutout innings. I mean, you can't really ask for a better squad. Andrew put this squad together. I mean, he's amazing for that. And then for the boys to actually perform, because it's one thing to be out here on the team, but for them to go out and do what they're doing, I mean, it doesn't make it easy by any means. It's never easy, but I mean.
And how are you guys able to block the noise with all the stars and all the attention that you guys draw all around? Being here in Hollywood, how are you guys able to block everything and just go out there and perform like you guys do? Is it experience?
I mean, some of the experience, and honestly, I would say most of it is just chemistry. Like it's just, if you're in that clubhouse and you feel the love in there, you've been a part of clubhouses where it's love and like, I bet those guys, we're all playing for each other. We don't really care about the things that we do. It's like, oh, I want to do it for you. I don't care about for me. And so I think when those guys are going up there pitching and, when the big situation's hitting, it's like, no, I want to do it for the boys. And I think that's just, that's why we're so good.
Where does the calmness come from? All your pitchers never look like they're sweating, and that son was out there beating. You come over here, look like you ain't played yet. But even with the intros, y'all just come out, take the field, like, all right, here's another day. We're going to go do our thing. Where does all that just smoothness and calmness come from?
We've been here. We know what it takes. But I think it's just the trust and believe in each other. Like, I think I don't feel like I have to do it. Teo doesn't feel like he has to do it. Shohei doesn't feel like he has to do it. It's like, oh, if we do it, cool. If not, my boys got you. So, and I think that really helps us a lot, man. Especially when it gets down late, 1-to-1 game or even late in the game. It's like somebody's gonna get them, and it doesn't have to be you. And I think when you don't feel like it's on you, it's easier to play.
And if it's not with the bats, it might be the glove. 9th inning. This guy does it again. Take us through this play. What was going through your mind and how you made it?
To be honest, I just kind of blacked out and just jumped. I mean, you just practice and then eventually you just play. I mean, I think why I think the best. I think that's the best athlete. That's why it's the best athlete.
But you saw when you fielded the ball, you was in the grass.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
You know what, Curtis? There is not a single outfielder that can make that play. Unless he's Mookie Betts that went back to being a shortstop.
I don't know how y'all throw from like this.
That's the reason why we get to stay in there. You guys get to go out. But Mookie, I have a question for you. On the outside, being a Dodger, we know what it's like. We've all played against the Dodgers, and it's Hollywood and it's glam. But one thing I experienced, and I think we all did because we wore the uniform, when you get in that clubhouse, it's about living up to that, to being the best. Have you guys continued to do that year after year after year? It's no longer, we're just the Dodgers. Like, no, we're the bullies. Like, we're in Hollywood, but we're the bullies of baseball right now.
Yeah, it's a standard that we set. I mean, from spring training on, we don't want to be just the most talented players. We want to be the smartest players. We want to be the guys that show up on time. We want to do all the little things right. And I think when you continue to just stack positive days over and over again, everybody's out here practicing. When we got workouts, everybody shows up to the workouts. Everybody's working. We got team dinners. Everybody's showing up to team dinners. It's like we all do it together, and it's like the standard that we create. And I mean, it's something that when you buy in and you're a Dodger, like you don't have a choice. And I think that's
Mookie, before you leave, and I know we have taken a lot of your time, give me 3 words to describe Dave Roberts for you guys in the clubhouse and all aspects of the game.
Intelligent. I think that's where a lot of the calmness comes from. And honestly, on the opposite, there's fire, because during the game, Doc gets fired up in there. He gets us going. But it's also like right after he gets us fired up, he's calm and he believes in us. And then you see how he manages the bullpen. You see how he manages personalities. You see how he manages just us as a group. And like, he's just, I think he's one of the best, and I love playing for him.
Agreed.
And I'll never say anything bad about Dave Roberts, because he's amazing in my eyes.
Well, Dave Roberts could be Pedro's daddy. We don't know who Pedro's daddy is going to be tonight.
Could be you.
Who should Pedro pick as his daddy tonight? You can pick the Dodgers fans.
I mean, we could pick the Dodgers fans. I mean, we're going to go with the Dodgers fans of Pedro's daddy today.
We'll find out. We'll discuss in the break. We'll be right back with the closing.
I don't know who it should be.
The Dodgers now have a commanding 3-0 series lead, as this team has been unbelievable. The Brewers giving it their best chance, but clearly when it comes to this Dodgers pitching staff, there's nothing they can do. Milwaukee scored just 8 total runs across its last 5 games, and this game scored just 1 run. As far as Glasnow specifically, a career high in called strikes, 26. So the Brewers weren't swinging, and Glasnow was dealing. Here he is with our friend Lauren Shahadi.
Congratulations. You had to watch last postseason from the dugout. How much better is this?
It's incredible, yeah, to be a part of this incredible group of guys, just being in my hometown, it's a pretty surreal feeling. I feel great.
You looked more confident as the night went on. How did limiting the damage early get you in a groove?
Yeah, Muncy saved me right there. I think early on, a little, like you said, not really in the groove. Rhythm was a little off, and I think as the game kept going, I leaned on that I leaned on the sinker a lot, and kind of got me more timed up, and I was good to go from there.
How does this lineup always find a way? Freddie Freeman was in a full pitch clock war with the Miz. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
He was waiting until 8 seconds, worked to walk in the 6th. That was the difference.
Yeah, Freddie's a beast. That's why he's here. He's incredible hitter, incredible teammate, and he always comes clutch.
And what about this bullpen? I mean, we don't see them much. How do they finish what you started?
Yeah, this whole postseason, a lot of guys who stepped up. It's been incredible. Just to sit and watch and have a lot of confidence in them. You feel pretty comfortable when anyone in our bullpen's out there.
Look at this place. This is your home. They're all on their feet for you. What's this like? Take it in.
It's incredible. Thank you guys very much. You brought the energy this whole series. Let's keep it going. Thank you.
Indeed, Tyler Glasnow brought it. You see overall this postseason, he's been marvelous. Didn't pitch a ton in the regular season like the rest of this Dodgers staff, but come playoff time, Glasnow has been absolutely fantastic. Came in, by the way, holding Milwaukee to 2 runs over 11 innings across 2 starts this season. The Dodgers lost both of those games. That wasn't the story this time around. In the meantime, here's Will Smith with Kirsten Watson. Does a great job covering the Dodgers.
Will, let's start with how this game closed up. Just for Rokisaki to bounce back from his last outing in Milwaukee, how big was this for him?
Yeah, that was huge. 1, 2, 3, close the game out, save the game. That was awesome.
It started with Tyler Glasnow. How did he settle into this one, navigating through their lineup?
Yeah, he pitched great today. Gave us 6 inning or 5 2/3 innings. Put a bunch of zeros. I know they had the 1 run. But that was great. I know another great start by one of our starters.
Take me to that second inning. A huge defensive play from Max Muncy to get the runner out at home. What are you seeing there, and how big was that moment for this team?
Yeah, that was a big play. Just getting off the ball, getting the ball, and that was a tough throw. The shadows were kind of rough on me with the stands out there, the white shirts. So just get to catch it and get a good tag on the guy.
Speaking of those shadows, I know facing Misiorowski is never easy. Then you add in the shadows. What were you seeing later in his outing, and how you were able to get to him to start the momentum later in the game?
Yeah, I was able to get a fastball. Yeah, it was tough. He was throwing hard. The velo came down a little bit. We got to him. But yeah, the shadows are not fun for us. For them, they're just part of it. We grinded through it and got that done.
You guys are 1 win away from going back to the World Series. That was the goal you said coming into this season. What does that sentence just in itself mean to you?
Yeah, it's been the goal all year. Get there and then win it. It's special. Doing it last year, winning it, there's nothing better than that in baseball. So trying to do that again this year.
Congratulations on this win today, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you once again to Kirsten. Will Smith has just been fantastic for the Dodgers all season long. Perennial all-star catcher, sometimes gets lost in the mix, but collectively, just a strong effort. Paez, Edman, Smith, Betts, and again, Ohtani had been struggling. He comes through with a triple, did strike out a couple times. But the Dodgers carried by their pitching and their defense, not their hitting, just enough offense to beat the Brewers. Still to come here at MLB tonight, we're just getting warmed up. Lots more post-game reaction from Chavez Ravine as LA takes a commanding 3-0 series lead against the Brew Crew. Lots more coming up. The great Brian Anderson there with the call, and this is what happens for the Dodgers, these so-called unsung heroes stepping up once again. Check out Tommy Edman's last 2 postseasons. In 2024, he had 328, 7 extra base hits, 13 ribbies, 12 runs, and an 862 OPS, and he's basically doing it again. In 8 games this year, hitting 313, 5 ribbies, and 829 OPS. Combined in 24 games, you're talking about a 340 on base and a 511 slug. You're not expecting that from Tommy Edman. You are expecting greatness from Abby Labar.
Tommy, Tyler Glasnow getting this crowd fired up. A great win for you guys. You're 1 win away from going back to the World Series. What does this feel like?
Man, it's amazing. Glass was amazing today. Continue to do the same stuff that Snell and Yoshi did in Milwaukee. And we're just excited. We didn't play great during the regular season, and we're getting hot at the right time.
Mookie Betts, the Jeter jump throw there in the 9th. What does he mean to this team on the field, off the field?
It really is incredible. He just all the work that he puts in on a daily basis, just continue to get better and better at shortstop. He's one of the best defensive shortstops in baseball this year after, pretty much never playing there before. And, that was just an awesome play he made. Huge to keep the leadoff runner off base in the 9th inning. And he's amazing and does crazy things every day.
You and Will Smith kind of stringing together that rally there in the 6th. Can you just tell me what was happening, allowed you to be successful in that moment?
Yeah, Misiorowski was nasty today. He's got unbelievable stuff, commanding the ball really well, and Will did a good job of capitalizing on a mistake, hitting one to the gap, and I get up with a runner in scoring position. I'm just trying to be ready to go early, and he gave me one I could hit, and fortunately we were able to scrape one across and let our pitching do the rest.
Shohei Ohtani on the mound tomorrow. What do you expect out of Dodger Stadium?
I hope more of the same. Great crowds throughout playoffs so far. Another good one today, and hoping they show out again.
Thanks, Tommy. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much, Abby. Certainly when it comes to Brewers, just how one-sided it's been. They have had 9 hits in 3 games. The Dodgers have had 11 extra base hits. You talked about Mookie Betts' defense, how good he's been at shortstop. There's no question about it. Well above average in terms of defensive runs saved. Here's Mookie after the game.
Series, what do you mean? I put in a lot of work. It is what it is, and I'm just doing my job. That's all.
Can you put into words the emotion that you have right now, knowing what you've accomplished, but there's still a lot of work to do, so you have to be ready and able to concentrate on that as well?
Honestly, I have zero emotions. We're up, but like Kobe said, the job's not done, so we got to keep going and just keep applying pressure.
What did you think of Max's play in the second?
Say it again.
Is it good to have zero emotions?
Probably not, but I mean, you know, it's going to differ between people.
What did you see in Max's play at the top of the second, and also Tyler? What did you see from Tyler today?
Muncy, that was a great play by Muncy, sliding and getting up and throwing a really good throw. I mean, I think the throw was kind of underrated right there. He put it right on the money, nice and low for Smitty to make an easy tag. And Glass, I mean, just pitched great, kept him off the board outside of the one run, and made him work. I mean, you know, he gave us a chance to win.
Pat Murphy, here he is at the podium.
Start with Adam.
Murph, what is it, the early word on Churio, and you know, given his absence and where the series is, just where do you feel you stand right now?
Churio's had a continual cramps in his hamstring. He feels like he's going to be okay. So I'm hopeful. He's got an IV going right now, and yeah, we'll hope he's okay.
Next one from Murph. Go to Russell on the left.
Murph, obviously, Jacob was rolling there going into the sixth inning. What did you like about that matchup with him against Edman as opposed to going to Abner?
Yeah, I mean, he gave up a single up the middle. It wasn't like he got crushed. He threw the ball unbelievable. He gave us the best chance to win there. Abner has not been throwing the ball like he normally has, and I had to make a decision who was a better matchup. Miz he was the best player on the field for us today, and he was fantastic. I knew he was getting to the end because that's his pitch count kind of thing. But in a game like this, you know, I wanted to give him a chance to get out of that. Edman's much better, on the ball down like that. So I thought, you know, Uribe's going to throw that sinker, and Abner hasn't been as sharp, so went with it.
Kurt on the left side.
Murph, all you've talked about the obstacles and the hurdles you guys have overcome. Just how do you size up or summarize the 3-0 deficit in the hole you're in now against that team?
Yeah, I mean, that team's pretty good. So are we. We haven't shown our best foot. Like I said, if you would have told me the Dodgers were going to score 10 runs in 3 games, what would be the score? If you said 2-1 us or 1-2, 1-2 them, you know, you wouldn't say 0-3. But we haven't got the clutch hit. We've been a little bit foreign to how we've played in terms of contact. Now, there wasn't a hard hit ball hit between 2 outs in the second and the sixth. Because it was very difficult to see for hitters. So take nothing away from the Glasnow, who pitched great. Take nothing away from Miz, who pitched great. But it was a really tough visual for both teams. Nobody can think of a hard hit ball hit during that time. So that's very unusual in a game. Very, very tough background at 3 o'clock, which everybody can tell you. The Dodger players will tell you whatever. I mean, we're not making excuses, but neither team hit the ball, so you can kind of erase that, and it came down to a few plays. Muncy made a great play at third to keep that ball from going through, made a great throw on top of it. Abner throwing the ball away at first gave us another run. That's a run turnaround. And we had man on second, nobody out at the end, and our hottest hitter up, and he couldn't get him over. So those types of things happen. Your offense isn't going to click. We did some good things, but didn't get the big hit, and again had a bunch of strikeouts when it was very difficult to see.
Certainly disappointment there for Pat Murphy. The Los Angeles Dodgers got to tip your cap to Mookie Betts and company. Up 3-0. More post-game reaction coming up right after this. Well, make sure you join us for a terrific doubleheader on Friday. First off on FS1, 6:08 Eastern. It is the Toronto Blue Jays facing the Seattle Mariners in Game 5 of the ALCS in Seattle. Seattle currently leading that series 2-1. Game 4 is ongoing. And 8:38 Eastern, Game 4, the Brewers and the Dodgers on TBS as the Brewers will try to stave off elimination. Jacob Misiorowski did his part. He was terrific in this one. Here he is post-game.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did my job and, did what they were asking me to do, so that's about it.
You're kind of used to that situation now, not starting, but coming in early and getting into your groove, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, what they expect out of me in postseason, but yeah, I know it feels good. Feels like a start, so.
And I know it's kind of a simple, almost stupid question, but how tough is it going to be to climb out of this hole, or what do you guys feel like you need to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough no matter what we do. You're facing the Dodgers, but no, I think we got this. I think, stay positive with the boys, and I think just put a few hits together and we'll be fine and figure something out.
Jacob, is that hard to do to stay positive?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's always hard to lose games, but it's, it's baseball. You're going to have ups and downs, and, you got to figure out a way to get through it.
How do you do it to focus on just game 4 and not all 4 games ahead of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we've been doing this whole year, and, I think it's always just the next game. I don't think it's worrying about what happened, in the middle of the year or what happened in these last 4 games. Let's just move on to the next. Let's win this next one.
Is that as good as you think you've ever thrown? I mean, you were throwing on 102, and you were just consistent all game. You look like you've been good before, but this looked like you were really on top of things today.
I mean, I think I had a few starts during the year that I felt better, but, I felt good. I mean, I did my job and felt like I performed the way they needed me to.
You faced Shohei twice tonight. What was your plan against him tonight?
I mean, I think it's just what it's always been, and you spin and, get him to move his feet.
Well, Misiorowski certainly was fantastic. Milwaukee's pitching plan was either going to be him or Quintana, the only 2 roster Brewers pitchers that LA had not faced yet this series. He pitched on 4 days rest. He's earned 2 of Milwaukee's 3 wins this postseason, coming in, holding opponents to 1 run over 7 innings across 2 appearances. And as you can see, 41% slider usage. The fastball velo was there, but ultimately the Brewers just couldn't score runs to support him. LA is victorious. Here's Max Muncy.
Yeah, it's kind of a big moment. It just at that time of the game, trying to limit damage there and just understanding the situation. And for me, it was just try to get a clean throw to Will, knowing the guy's probably going to come inside on the grass. So I got to get rid of it quick to give him time to make a tag and kind of change the game for us.
This is for you guys, but especially against that team, how important has it been just to play clean baseball the way you guys have with the series?
It's been very important. That's kind of what they thrive on is, creating havoc, creating chaos on the infield. And, they have a lot of speedsters, they steal a lot of bags, and they have a lot of infield hits. And so, just trying to play as clean a baseball as we can, it's been the difference, I think.
The postseason is very difficult, but to win 8 of 9 games so far to start this postseason, how do you sort of explain how well you guys have played?
I mean, it's our pitching. Our starting pitching's been going great. The bullpen's been doing good, and you guys keep asking me. I keep saying offensively, there's still better situations we can do better jobs in, but with the way our starting pitching's done, we're giving them just enough.
Here's the schedule for the rest of this series. Game 4 Friday, Shohei Ohtani will get the call as Milwaukee will try to extend this series, and games 5 through 7, if necessary, will take place Saturday and October 20th and 21st, respectively, in Milwaukee.